Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we're carrying on with the display options script, and I'm going to come here just before the GUI end group line. We're going to say if open and close brackets. Inside the brackets we're going to say GUI dot button, open and close brackets of type new rect, open and close brackets again, and inside this next set of brackets we're going to say 0 plus, and I'm going to put this in a new pair of brackets as well, underscore options, and we want sub button width, and we're going to say +5 comma, and in fact I'll start entering as we go along because otherwise this is going to be a quite long line. So after this first close brackets, comma, 0 comma, we'll enter again, underscore options sub button, and we want the height this time, and we also want the options sub button width, and then we're going to come here after the first close brackets, we're going to say comma, enter, and we're going to use little quote marks, 2 of them, and a minus sign in between. We'll come to the end of the line and we'll open and close brackets again. So let's comment up this bit to begin with. So the first line we'll just say creates GUI button. Next line at this position, and I'll put in brackets width. Let's just copy that. We'll paste it in below, we'll change it to height. And we'll put in the next line by this dimension. Again in the brackets width, we'll copy and paste that again in the next line, and we'll change that to height, and we'll comment up this line as well. We'll say right minus, that should really be on the button, and if pressed. So inside this set of brackets here, we're going to say if open and close brackets, inside the brackets underscore, we want adjusted FOV double equals the default FOV into the brackets, if adjusted FOV equals the default. Come to the next line, we'll return because our default is going to be our minimum. Into the brackets, we're going to say then do nothing and return. Otherwise, underscore adjusted FOV, we're going to say minus equals 1, close that line off. We'll say then minus 1 from the adjusted FOV. Suppose I could actually put in the comments here in this empty line just the comment of else, and then Does make a little bit more sense. But with that said, let's just copy all of that now. And we'll paste it in below. So let's have a look at what we need to change. We need to change this value, options sub button width +5 to 10. The position at the height is going to be the same. Obviously the size of the button, we're going to change this to a plus. Change it in the comments as well. This needs to be underscore maximum FOV rather than default now. And again, we'll change that in the comment. And obviously we're not minusing, so we'll change the minus to a plus, so plus equals 1, then add 1 to the adjusted FOV. And we're going to come to this line here, so just below, we're going to say player prefs dot, we want set int, open and close brackets, close the line off. Inside the brackets, we're going to use two little quote marks. We'll come inside, we're going to say field of view. And we'll come between the last quote mark and the close bracket. We're going to say comma adjusted FOV. And this saves what we've adjusted the FOV to, whose value will be assigned to this variable under this name in the player prefs, and we set as int because obviously we're only going to have whole numbers. So into the comments we'll say save adjusted FOV. And let's save that off. We'll just wait for it to recompile. That red error was just because I had to delete a line that I started because this is the second attempt at recording this lesson, I'm afraid. We'll select options. So we have the display options script attached, options menu script. We're in the splash screen, so let's hit play. In fact, let's maximize. And we'll just let it run through. We'll select the options, we'll come to display options, so let's have a look. So we'll come back. Oh, that's the reason why. I've actually got these the wrong way round. I do apologise for that. Let's just paste that in. So width there, width there. And we'll paste the height in the correct line. So width should come first, followed by the height. Let's save that off. So we'll come back to the game. Let's see it run through. So the buttons are working. Let's have a look. Width, height, width, height. Now I'm just going to come back to my piece of paper here. where I experimented with all the values. Let's just check and make sure these are correct. And let's come to the game manager script. So let's have a look. In fact, let's change the height to divide by 8 in the game manager. And again, let's come back and we'll start to test this out. So let's change that back to 35. And we'll come back. Oh, we're going to come back to the buttons. I've just realised I believe I used the height for both. So both the width and the height is defined by the options sub-button height. Let's just save all this off. And we'll come back again. And we'll just let it run through. And let's see how that looks now. So that's the button for the plus. Working or looking the correct size. Obviously the position is not correct, so let's have a look. So we have +5 +10. Let's move that out to 20 for the plus button and let's see where we are at now. And this is the problem with doing so much GUI. Sometimes you do just have to experiment until you find a position where it suits your project and you can see correctly. So in fact, let's just use ×2. And we'll remove the +5 from that one. Hopefully that will give us a greater difference. Now, a word of note, once we actually get to the options menu, I just want to talk about the actual text. So this text is a little small, but I'm not worried about that. We're going to change that later. And we're going to change it via the script, but like I said, we'll come back to that. So that's a little bit more like it. So let's use values of -30 and +30 this time. And hopefully this might actually do the trick. So as you can see now, we've got the buttons separated and that position looks just about right. So if I hit minus, the number goes down. If we hit plus, the number goes up, as you can see. But if we come back, so we obviously need to do some more code. We need to have it so the default FOV is already passed into this script. So I think this video is getting quite long now, so I'm going to leave it here and we'll pick this up in the very next video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.